the hottest, the hippest sports show around, Susla Between the Lines.
What's up, Susla Between the Lines? My name is Kelly White, and these are fellow broadcasters.
Let's do it.
Okay. Looking into early MVP for NBA, who do you guys looking at for this title?
Right now, I'm going to have to go with LeBron James because he's averaging 28 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. He's having career highs in field goal percentage, free throws, and also on an 8-game winning streak. Had a slow start to begin with, but the team is slowly coming back around.
I would say it's Kyrie Irving, 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He also, his numbers have dropped, but he's leading the best team in the NBA.
Well, I would say this. So, I don't believe it's so much of him, but he's the system that he's in. Because what is he so different? What is he doing so differently that Isaiah Thomas didn't do? Because last year they had the number 1 record in the East. It's no difference. And also, like you said, his numbers have dropped. Field goal has dropped. Assist has dropped.
His field goal has increased. His field goal has increased. He's shooting 50%, a point guard.
So you would take Kyrie over LeBron right now?
Actually, I would.
Finals prediction.
Right now, I have the Cavaliers versus. It's gonna be an upset alert. The OKC. Reason why I have OKC beating the Warriors is because I believe last year the Warriors did what they did because a lot of teams were scared of them. A lot of teams wasn't prepared for the trade of Kevin Durant. A lot of teams did not see that coming. And with a year to prepare for, a year to see what they're made of, I think teams that went out there and
Who's gonna stop KD?
A lot of people. I mean, he's not. I mean,
there's a lot of people.
I mean, I feel like that last year they caught everybody off guard. So I mean, nobody was prepared for that. Now this year, teams have went out there and got other pieces, have got other things to match up with them.
Who can hold KD?
It's not about who can hold us out. It's about who can play better defense.
Can stop Steph.
He can stop himself.
He's the best shooter in the league.
That's true.
Best shooter ever.
That's true. That's true. But do you believe that every game is going to be on? No, he's not. Everybody has a cold game.
They went to 3 finals, back to back to back.
And the Western Conference really wasn't that good. Every time the Warriors have made it, somebody winds up being hurt. They never face a team at their full potential. And name a year that I'm wrong about that. Every year they've never played a team at their full potential. Never.
That's right.
So this year we're going to see what they made. Now, do I believe that the Warriors can make it again? Yes, but that's just my prediction. I believe that OKC has the best chance to upset them, and I believe OKC will get it done. But also saying the Warriors are the best basketball team. They have proven that. But I believe that this year somebody will finally upset them.
Well, I believe it's going to be Cleveland and Golden State for the 4th time. You have the best 3 shooters in the league, and Steph, KD, and Clay. You have the defensive anchor, Draymond, beast, dominant. That's my argument.
Okay. Well, regarding Rookie of the Year, who do you?
Well, this year I'm going to have to go with Ben Simmons. He's averaging 18 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. He's having one of the best statistic rookie years since, I think, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. People want to use against him that he sat out a year, but, I mean, that's not his fault of injury, So, I mean, Lonzo Ball he's in and out. Josh Jackson's okay. Jason Tatum is good, but he's on a winning team. His numbers aren't really as eye-popping, but Ben Simmons is also having numbers and winning, so I can't really.
Okay, well, my pick would be Jason Tatum. He plays for the best team in the league. He's averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's I would say he's better than Ben Simmons because he has a shot. His game is way more polished. Ben Simmons can only drive and dish. And like you said, he set out a year.
Did you just say that Jason Tatum is a better player than Ben Simmons?
Yes, he's way more polished.
So if you were starting a team right now, you would start a team Jason Tatum?
Yes, over Ben Simmons.
Blasphemous.
It's not blasphemous.
It's blasphemous.
How? Explain. He can't shoot. He can't make free throws.
Ben Simmons is a 6'10" point guard. He can go to the goal anytime he wants to. He can get other people involved. You take Josh Jackson and you put him on any other team besides the Celtics, you don't hear about
Josh
him.
Jackson
You
doesn't
put
play
Ben.
for the Celtics.
My bad. You take Jason Tatum and you put him on any other team, you never hear of
He's the
him.
best
You put
shooter
Ben Simmons on any team in the league, I guarantee you he still does what he does now. He's just that good. The 76ers have been trash for how long? The last 5 years?
No, like 12.
Okay, so my point exactly. So when he comes, all of a sudden now they're winning. They have a winning record, over 500, and he's possibly going to be an all-star as a rookie.
Possibly.
Oh, he's going to be an all-star. My bad, not possibly. He will be. But I mean, Jason Tatum is a close second. Well, he is second because there's no other rookie that's doing well as those two though.
Okay. All right, let's hop into NFL. Defense and offense of the year.
I would say defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt. Even though he did get injured, he still dominates. I believe he's a first ballot Hall of Famer if he doesn't play a snap.
Sadly but truly, I have to agree with him. J.J. Watt he should win it. The impact that he had on his team before the injury, they started off slow, but the defense was saving them in games, and he was the anchor behind it. So I think he was well deserving of that award.
Offensive player of the year? Of course. I got to go with my man Carson Wentz. He leads the best team in the NFL. He leads the league in touchdowns. He has the least interceptions, and he also has, I believe, 4th in yards.
I'm gonna have to go with the GOAT, the best to ever do it, Tom Brady. And then 9-2.
Systematic king. Bill Belichick.
Nah, I wouldn't have to agree with you on that one. But he's 9-2. He threw for over 2,000 yards this season so far. Has over 20 touchdowns, and he has I think less than 5 interceptions. No fall off from last year. 40 years old. I mean, name somebody that we know to be 40 years old to be at their peak still. Not too many. So I will have to go with Tom Brady. You know, so when it's all said and done, we know he will be standing at the end. So Carson Wentz is having a great season. He should not be disregarded from that. And I believe that he's having one of the best seasons in his career, probably the best. But it's the GOAT.
Well, he's only played 2 years.
But he's not the GOAT.
Not yet.
Sure.
Okay, Super Bowl. It's quickly approaching, so who do we see?
I would definitely go with the Eagles and Patriots, a rematch from 2004. I, myself, is a close personal fan of the Eagles. You know, we have the best defense in the league along with the second-ranked offense. The Patriots, we all know who they are.
All right, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with Susla Between the Lines.
Did you know that sexual assault is?
The engagement of unwanted sexual acts by threat or force.
Now is the time to speak up.
To speak up.
Did you know that there are several ways that people can be sexually assaulted?
Sexually, psychologically, physically.
All forms of sexual assault are traumatic, and none is less threatening than the other. Victims need to be heard, be free from stigma and judgments.
Now is the time to speak up.
Many victims have fallen into depression and died ultimately because of carrying the weight of sexual assault. But we can make a difference by addressing these cases of sexual assault and making sure that these abusers bear the wrath of the law. So, speak up.
Welcome back to Susla Between the Lines with Kelly White, Trey Carrier, and Phillip Stewart. Now back to where we left off, the Super Bowl predictions for the NFL. Trey, you have the floor.
I would say it's the Patriots and the Eagles. You know, Tom Brady, of course he's the GOAT, so of course he's going to get there. But the up-and-coming Carson Wentz and the Eagles, second-ranked defense, first-ranked offense. You know, he has over 25 touchdowns, less than 5 interceptions. A second-year player in the league.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I would say it's going to be the Eagles and the Patriots, but a different winner. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Only because Tom Brady hasn't given me, or Belichick hasn't given me any reason to believe that they will lose in the championship unless it's Eli Manning. Last time I checked, he's being benched. So I just don't see anybody beating him. And if Gronkowski could stay healthy for a full season.
That is a major if.
That is a major if, and I will agree with you on that. It's a major if. But if he can stay healthy, it's a landslide.
If was a fifth, we would all be wasted.
We would. That's true. But it's just Tom Brady, man. We can't never doubt him. Unless Eli Manning on the other side of the field.
And why do you say Eli Manning?
Because Eli Manning is the only person to beat him and beat him twice.
That is a true statement. Eli Manning is cold against Tom Brady.
Okay. Kaepernick has recently done a GQ magazine. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I would like to support Kaepernick in the GQ magazine because, number one, I like to support his cause, period. It started an uproar when it first happened because, you know, it seemed disrespectful. First, he was sitting down, had a talk with a veteran, and the guy told him he should kneel. And I think people have misconstrued what the message was. It was never to disrespect the people in arms, never to disrespect the army or the military. It was only to raise awareness about what's going on in society in Black America and just anything, in the social injustice, period. And through that, people have created a false narrative of that he was doing this, he was doing that, and this caused conversation. I think that's really, really wanted. And now, with the GQ magazine and him being out the NFL, he's contributed millions of dollars to certain organizations. It's not he wasn't just about, just talking about it. He was actually by action. So.
Yeah, I believe he's doing a great job.
I think he looks good.
Man, hey.
But I can say that he definitely have started the way for fellow NFL football players kneeling and just voicing their opinions on the game. I feel like he was a strong suit for doing that.
He really was. I feel like he should have a job in the NFL right now. There's lots of quarterbacks that are not established at all. This man has been to a Super Bowl. Who is C.J. Beathard? Who is Case Keenum?
Yeah.
Like, these are nobodies.
Right.
Carson Wentz not Carson Wentz, my bad. Colin Kaepernick deserves the job. Like, it's crazy.
So, how would you guys feel if he were to return to the NFL? How do you think all this is going to play out?
I think he's well deserving of a job, but I think that he's being blackballed. And what I mean by that is, nope. You know what I'm saying? Almost like talking out of turn, you feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got you in the league, you know what I'm saying? I pay you this money. So, yeah.
Make us understand why, though.
Because I feel like the owners feel like I'm paying you all this money, we doing all this stuff for you, and you want to, know what I'm saying, you want to use your platform to talk about social injustice. I'm not paying you for that. I'm not paying you to voice your opinion. I'm paying you to throw a football. I'm paying you to lift weights. I'm paying you to go to these events and, to make us look good. I'm not paying you for, you know what I'm saying, it's for you to voice your opinion.
Yeah, the reason why is because they don't like to be uncomfortable. Change is very, very difficult in America, and Colin Kaepernick brought it. The way he set the NFL on fire with the kneeling, it's amazing. Like, he's very inspirational.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, he definitely was one to start the freedom of speech thing.
I have a question. So back to this Eli Manning thing. How do you feel about him being benched?
Technically, he deserves it. The man is playing horrible right now.
So you don't think the respect factor should come in?
No. Your job as a quarterback is to win, and he hasn't done it. He's a 13-year vet, and he won one game. That's horrible.
I agree with you. I just wanted to hear your opinion on that.
I just feel like maybe his support system isn't there. Maybe he could do better. I feel like they maybe should give him another chance. Yeah. All right, next, Matthew will join us next to talk about WWE.
We'll be right back.
In 1992, the iconic girl group TLC promoted safe sex by wearing condoms on their clothes.
They wanted to make it easy to start the conversation about safe sex.
25 years later, their message is still as important today as it was then.
It's time to be responsible, have safe sex, and the talk.
However, we all know that the safest sex is abstinence.
Don't be afraid to say stop or I think I want to wait.
Do you know that sexual assault is a serious crime that can ruin lives? When you truly communicate with people, you understand how horrible it is, the things that they experience. Abuse, rape, molestation. Do you know it's on us to stop sexual assault? People need love, support, strength, a sense of belonging, and solidarity to get through some of the things that they are going through. Sex education should be taught alongside sexual assault education. The issue of consent and knowing that no means no should also be taught to people. Say no to sexual assault.
Welcome back to Susla Between the Lines. My name is Kelly White. We've got Matthew here to talk about some WWE with us. But first, I want to hop back more into this Kaepernick KD situation.
Matt, what's your look on Kaepernick, man?
Kaepernick, I feel that it was just him taking a stand against problems in America that's been going on for years now. And the more he's out of the NFL, I think it'll be much of a problem for the NFL, because he deserves to play instead of being set out, because of what he stood for.
Yeah, I appreciate your point, man. Mm-hmm. Phil, have you heard about what KD said?
Yep.
What's your looks on that?
Basically, KD saying that majority. Well, he's saying now he's understanding what's going on, like the injustice in the system, and for us, like all the problems going on. And he was like, he's just not realizing it. And I didn't have a problem with him saying it because what he's saying is true. Coming from him being a high profile athlete, say, well, he's 29 now. For majority of his life, he's been Kevin Durant, the superstar, the star, the megastar, all-star. So majority of his life, he didn't have to worry about, cops pulling him over or having to worry about certain things in the system because he was the man. And, when you the man in your area or wherever you're from, certain things you're numb to, you don't feel, you don't see.
Right.
So, being a high pro athlete, most of the time you don't understand the things that go on in the inner city or quote unquote the hood or the rural areas, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like KD's now with him having like personal time now, he's been in the league, he has downtime, he can see what's really going on.
Matt, I heard WWE was in. What happened?
Oh yeah, it was in Shreveport, November 20th. The 3 matches I focused on was AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. It was a pretty good, high-profile match. Of course, AJ Styles won because he's the better athlete. He's been a champion all over the world. And then we had this tag team match: Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, The New Day, and Fandango and Tyler Breeze. But of course, the Usos. Oh yeah, it was Usos too, and they retained their championships, because they're the best tag team in WWE right now. And then we also had another championship match. It was for the U.S. title. It was Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Tyler Breeze. And of course, Baron Corbin retained his title because they'll be giving him a big push right now. And so those were pretty good matches. Other than that, we had a Diva match. It was 4-on-3 handicap match. We had Carmella, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. It was Lana. It was Tamina. And all those out there competing, and it was a pretty good show.
So Matt, my question is to you: when did you know that WWE would have this effect on you? Like, when did you fall in love with WWE?
I've been watching WWE since 2002. Mm-hmm. I believe I was around about 8 or 9 years old. I got into it. My dad got me into it at a young age.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
I have to say right now, currently on the roster, will be Seth Rollins.
All time.
All time will be The Rock.
Oh, so can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yes, sir. I can.
I would have to say John Cena. Regarding The Rock and John Cena, who you think will win that match?
Well, of course, they face each other back-to-back WrestleManias. Of course, John Cena lost the first one, and then after that, The Rock beat John Cena. So, all time out of both of them, I say the greatest is probably The Rock.
Okay. Regarding that, do you feel like John Cena was overpushed?
Overpushed.
They call him the Deadly Five because he only has 5 moves.
Well, I'd say he was overpushed in the second one because the first time I was not expecting him to lose. But, in the second part, I think they wanted Cena, not take a big old L like that. They wanted him to win.
Well, I'm speaking about his whole career.
Oh, whole career.
Yeah, everybody's saying it's time for him to retire.
But I will say this about John Cena, and I'm not a WWE expert. Coming from a guy who never watched WWE, I think John Cena's had a tremendous effect in WWE because he made a kid like me want to watch it. Because, his style, his swag, the way he carries himself.
But he copied The Rock.
Not so much.
No.
He's more of an icon than The Rock.
Now, I will
Most
say
people
this.
would know John Cena before they know The Rock.
That's not true.
I will say this, though. In 2002, he was the first wrestler I saw, which, kind of got me into it because I liked his thuggish, attitude and, how he did things, instead of, going out there, doing the regular stuff. He was
And he got bars.
Okay, but y'all say this. All right, The Rock started out singing, using the guitar. John Cena came in rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they have the same, basically 5 moves. People's Elbow, the, what is John Cena's move? 5-knuckle shuffle. It's basically the same thing.
That's his signature move.
He carbon copied The Rock, hand by hand.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what none of that means. But I'm just going to be honest with you. I believe that, in my opinion, they're 2 separate acts. I think they have some similarities. But for me, I believe The Rock is a better wrestler. But I feel like as far as the effect, I got to go with John Cena.
Yeah, it's not about who did it first, who did it better.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good point.
He is a 16-time world champion, so I guess y'all all right.
Thanks for joining us, you guys, with Between the Lines. See you next time.
Yeah.